Welcome to the Cruise Tips Podcast, where you get helpful tips and support to have a fantastic vacation on the high seas. So grab a tropical drink and get ready for another great discussion. Don't forget to check out our Facebook page or our Cruise Tips blog for other great tips.
This is Tanya
and Sienna,
and we are here with Cruise Tips blog and podcast. And today we are going to go over what some of the things are that we pack when we go on a cruise. So I have a pretty famous video that if on my YouTube channel. You can go back a little bit, and you're going to see me standing in front of my closet door with the back of the door clothes hanger.
She looks different.
I do. It's been a few years. In fact, I think I had one of the first videos of people using a shoe holder. I think I started a trend.
You have how many views on it?
Millions anyway, but it's a lot. But here's the thing. Things have changed. And so we're going to go over some of those changes because it is 2020 and cruise ships are definitely being built a little differently, one. And two, the things that you can bring have also changed a little bit. And they love to make comments on my other one that's like, I don't know what, 10 years old. And this has changed. And I was like, yeah, it has changed. Okay, so first of all, one of the most major changes that I know about is that they don't like the ones that clip over the doors anymore. Okay, so I have the hanger type at this point. Same kind of thing, old stuff, but again, this one I can either hang in the closet, or now a lot of the ships will have
little pegs on the back
of the door that you can hang it on. So
either the back of the door or the bathroom door.
Or the bathroom door, yeah. So anyway, they might, I have heard rumor, they haven't done it to us, but they might try to take away the other one or tell you not to put it up. Apparently those clips were scraping up their doors, so sorry. What do we put in here? So let me talk about a few things.
I'm gonna hold it.
Yeah, sure. Believe it or not, I bring Ziploc baggies. I know that sounds ridiculous, but you have wet clothes, you have tons of stuff you can use Ziploc baggies for.
My mom used to be a Girl Scout leader. She is over-prepared.
I'm still a Girl Scout leader.
You're not anymore.
Well, you're still a Girl Scout,
That's
and I'm
true.
still your leader.
That's true.
Still a Girl Scout leader.
Take that back.
Yeah. Anyway, we take our own medicine. One, of course, remember your prescription medicine. Always put that in your carry-on. Do not put that in your check luggage. Always carry on your prescriptions. We bring Band-Aids. We bring Dramamine.
We swear by Dramamine.
Daytime, nighttime. There is a non-drowsy version. Get both. Just for those who think they may or do get seasick. The trick is, at least for me, is I take my first non-drowsy one while we're doing the drill, the evacuation drill. And because I know in about an hour that ship's going to start to leave, and for me, the high seas don't bother me. It's the little tiny seas that really get me.
See, for me, I only get seasick about the first dinner. Like around the first dinner, I'm like, okay, I'm not going to eat tonight. The next day, I'm perfectly fine.
Yeah. It takes a little while to get sea legs. It takes me about 2 to 3 days. Air freshener, okay? Especially if you're inside cabin, but even with the balcony, bring an air freshener. Just throwing that out there.
Can be used for the bathrooms especially, but sometimes, I don't know, this is me, I have a really sensitive nose, but the cabins just smell a little weird sometimes.
Sometimes they just smell like chlorine or
or they just smell like cleaners.
Yeah.
We just bought these.
Yeah, these are clips for putting the towels, holding down towels. All right, so we are still trying to figure out if they are going to allow this, because my mother had hers confiscated, but hers was more of a cord with multiple things. And this is a night light with USB charger. So I can plug it in, and I can plug in 2 USBs, and I can have a night light. If you are on an inside cabin,
bring a nightlight.
It is the darkest thing on the planet.
Sometimes if you don't have a nightlight, what works too is cracking the bathroom door and leaving the bathroom light on. But if the waves are heavy, it might sway the door open. But For my grandmother and I, if it's just gentle rocking, we just kind of leave the bathroom door cracked open, and where you can usually get away with it.
I like these. They look like candles, but they are not. They have either batteries or LED batteries in there. So you can kind of put those, and those are nice, subtle night lights. The other thing,
Sunscreen.
Thank you. Sunscreen again and again. You may want to start getting the sunscreen that is good for barrier reefs. There are some islands and some parks that will only allow that in. So I would just go ahead and buy it while you're here in the States, because when you go there and they say, oh, we'll only allow this type of sunscreen,
pricey.
Yeah, they charge you for that.
We went to in Mexico, a place called Xcaret. Beautiful park, but they only have a certain type of sunscreen that you use. But I still have that stuff. It's so we had to pay for it, but I still have it. That stuff was so good and so thick. You barely needed any, but I still have it in my bathroom.
Depending on where you're going, we're going to go to Roatan, and I understand it can be a little wild and tropical. We have a bug spray that we bring with us. This one is specifically for mosquitoes and no-see-ums. Now, we live in Florida. My mother used to call them sand chiggers.
Oh my gosh.
But they're the little tiny bugs you can't see, but will bite the heck out of you. Here in Florida, they call them no-see-ums.
No-see-ums?
But
they are miserable. They're like little tiny gnats.
You just want that bite.
Yes,
part.
and they hurt.
So anyway, if you're going to go into tropical areas, try to get a bug spray that's for the tropics.
Also recommend, some places have them. Anything that works with chiggers. Chiggers are evil. They're little bugs that bury into your skin, and you need clear nail polish to get rid of them.
All right, so the other thing that we have is we always bring ponchos, because you're going into the tropics and it could rain
Dollar
anytime.
store.
Dollar store.
Just get them from the dollar store. They're basically plastic bags,
Yeah.
and you just put them on. Don't get it too close to the mic. That's going to sound weird.
Sorry. Anyway, hat. You need a hat. Okay. There
This
we
is
go.
from our old company. Do you still have this?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's turning yellow.
Hand sanitizer, or you can get a little one that's more portable. Yeah. I like bringing highlighters because I love highlighting the things that I'm going to do.
And these ones have erasers.
And if you bring multiple colors, then if your husband wants to do one thing, you can highlight it in his color, and yours that highlighting your color. And I know that's very anal, but that's just me.
The good thing with the hand sanitizer, if you forget it, they have hand sanitizer stations all over the place, especially by the restaurants, and they are very picky about you putting hand sanitizer as soon as you walk into the restaurants.
Hand washing.
They have like literal hand washing stations
By the Windjammers.
But yeah.
Water shoes. Always wear them for the beach. The last thing you want to do is slice open your foot.
Can speak for it. It was at home. It wasn't on a trip. But we were at a beach, and I didn't have shoes, and I walked out, and I cut my foot on a piece of coral, and I almost needed stitches.
Yeah. Okay.
It was bad.
We get these now. We used to laminate our luggage tags, but now we found these cute little tags on Amazon.
Yeah,
I'll try to link to it because it was a pretty cool deal. I got 4 or 5 of them, and it's got a little wire thing, and so we can reuse these with our luggage.
And it's meant for cruises because it's that shape. It's meant for the cruise tags.
All right, let's talk about drinks. First of all, my husband and I have decided that for some reason Royal Caribbean does not know how to caffeinate their regular coffee that you find in Windjammers.
They also have the mugs that are like this big.
Yeah. Now you can get the specialty drinks. They have a Starbucks on there. They have other specialty drinks you get, and so those seem to actually have caffeine. But the regular ones, I swear, we're just made. It could be because we're at sea and it's lulling us to sleep or something like that. But I am telling you, I can never get enough caffeine at sea.
You also have caffeine addiction.
We do. So I actually started traveling with my own little Starbucks via Instant in case I needed an extra pick-me-up because all I need is hot water and
They have those stations everywhere.
packet of this, and I have decent coffee. So I'm just gonna put that out there as a coffee snob.
She is a coffee snob.
The other thing that you can
Oh,
do,
drop
at
it.
least on Royal Caribbean, and I believe all the other ones, but don't quote me, it's been a little while since we
I don't
cruised on
remember.
Carnival.
Disney did sodas, I think.
No, Disney, you could bring on beer. I remember we rolled
Oh,
on
did we?
like a 12
Oh,
pack
yeah,
of beer.
that's right. You
'Cause
got that big cooler.
Yeah. Well,
That's
it
what we
can be a
bought that.
soft-sided cooler, but you can fill it with drinks. So Disney didn't seem to care years ago. Maybe they changed, but when she was 5,
This was
we rolled
over,
on.
This was over 10 years ago.
Yeah. But anyway, you can come on with 2 bottles of wine if there's 2 adults in your cabin. So do not put this in your luggage. To put it in your carry-on. There's lots of backpacks out there that have the nice little drink holders on each side. Stick a bottle of wine in each one of them. All right.
You might not end up drinking it, but you know what? You have wine now.
One time we never finished the bottle, and we never
Did you
started the
gift
bottle.
it to someone?
Oh yeah, to the room steward. We gave it to him.
Oh,
We're like,
yeah.
hey, you want a bottle of wine? We haven't opened it yet. Who knows what he did with it? So if you're on Royal Caribbean, you buy the soda package. You get a cup like this.
This is an old cup. They don't look like this anymore, but they have a chip on the bottom because they have the Coca-Cola mixer or whatever they're called. Freestyle, Coca-Cola Freestyle, that's what they're called. And they have like hundreds of different types of drinks and everything, but they use a chip on the bottom so you can't just put a cup in there.
And it's only good for that week, so don't
Yes.
try to bring one back because it won't work at the machines
So
either.
you put it in there and you can pick whatever drink you want. And I think it's every 20 minutes you can refill it if I remember correctly. But it did have a little bit of a timer on it. But I think it was every 20 minutes you could refill.
But here's the thing. We always bring our own water cups. And for sanitary reasons, they don't want you sticking it underneath the coffee thing,
Yeah.
or they don't want, in case you have germs on it, and they don't want it getting germs on. So they want you to use a clean cup.
And then pour
I don't know what they do with the soda machine, why that's different. But anyway, for the coffee machine, they don't want you using your cup. But you can take a regular cup, fill it up, dump it into your cup. Because I'm telling you, those little tiny coffee cups they have aren't going to help anybody after a rough night. So
that's-
what you need is a cup. Now, I made this one for me. This is one of the first things I designed on our fun cruise gear.
I taught her how to use Photoshop because I'm in school for it. I
I
taught her
came
how
up
to
with
use
this.
Photoshop. She
All right.
came up with the idea, I tweaked it, but
Anyway.
this is,
This
meet
says-
Captain.
Yeah, hang on.
Captain
It says,
Phillips.
I'm drinking coffee, no. Water, no. Beer, no. Rum, the cruise ship. We're in the tropics. Okay, I'm a pirate. And
then this is Captain.
This is Captain. He's one of our symbols. If you watched it, or one of our earlier shows,
This is
Captain is one of the trademark little...
One of our cruise crawl parrots.
Yeah, cruise calls parrots. So anyway, but my point is bring your own cup, not just for coffee and water, but
You have more
I
stuff
really
right there.
suggest it. Then what
She's
else?
hoarding all the stuff behind
I
the
am.
camera, so.
I also travel with, these are called neck wallets. They have strings that go around your neck. I like this particular one because they will fit your passports, and it has a zippered section where you can fully fit a passport, zip it up, put it around your neck, keep it with you
Your
when
phone,
you go off.
depending on the size of your phone. My phone, I have I have an iPhone 8. It fits in there.
You have a place for things in the back.
Pens.
We use them a lot for the group cruises.
And
Everybody
in
gets
this
one.
clear area, you can put a name tag.
Right, if you're with a group cruise. But, yeah. So anyway, but you can get something like
Or,
this or some
in
kind
the
of neck
clear
wallet.
area, it's even better to put your key card.
Yeah, you can do
Because
that too.
then you can't lose it. It's right there. You'll know if you lost it 'cause it's sitting right there.
Now, the other really cool organization tip that I have is depending on the cruise line. So for Royal Caribbean, especially the newer ships, all the walls, not just the doors, are made out of metal.
Oh,
so
that's cool.
Everything is metal in there.
Magnets.
Now, it's very different if you're on a Carnival cruise. Even
yeah.
the doors on the Carnival cruise are not magnetic. They have some type of a plastic covering. So if you cruise on like we went on Carnival for her birthday, we did a Southern Caribbean, and to put up all the banners about her birthday to
Yeah.
celebrate, I had to bring command strips because they would not let you use anything else because they didn't want anything sticking to there. So they wouldn't let you use regular tape, but you could use command strips to hand stuff. So if you're going on Carnival, use command strips. If you're going on Royal Caribbean, bring stuff with magnets.
On Disney, their doors are magnetic, so it's really fun to decorate your door because it's a Disney cruise. You go crazy with a Disney cruise. But we always had like little organization things and like little stickers about us, and it was really cute. But yeah, I remember Disney has magnetic doors.
Yeah. So one of the things that I did for this particular cruise, because a lot of people were buying the hooks. I don't really need hooks because I'm already hanging this thing with all the pockets. However, the papers that they give you, all the past cruise compasses and all that, they get really disorganized, and then you have your tickets. So I got these from Amazon. It's a set of 3. Actually, it might be a set of 4, and I gave you one. But anyway, my set of 3 is a big one. No, it's for you. It's already over there for you and Mama.
Okay.
But I got a set of 3, and I'm just going to hang them on the wall and be able to put our papers in there. The other thing I got, because one of my next biggest peeves is the fact that there is not enough room to put anything in the shower. Okay, you literally have to like step out of the shower to get like shaving cream or any kind of thing.
This is a normal shower, and in a disabled shower or a handicapped shower, you got room.
Yeah.
You got room.
Okay. But actually, we weren't sure if you had shelves. So what we did is we got this special mesh one. It's supposed to be good. They call it for a shower organizer. So it's meant to be wet. And you can put your shampoos and your razors and everything, and you can hang this in the shower. So I got each of our cabins one of those to hang in the shower. So that, because honestly in the bathroom, they don't have a ton of space. They've got like this little tiny shelf, and you're like, oh my gosh, where am I supposed to put my makeup? All my toiletries.
She doesn't tell me anything. She just shows up and they're like, okay, we're
I
using
am
this.
organizing queen. So what else do you need? Just don't forget your basics like your chargers, your bathing suit. There's a debate whether you should take towels. If you've got the space and you're not flying, then bring a towel, because one of the challenges we had on Coco Key one time was we went and before you get off the ship, you grab your towels. And if you don't return them, they're $25 each. And somebody stole our towels.
Was this on the recent cruise?
No, that was back when you were little, and that was with our friends. With,
someone stole it.
Sharon
I didn't know
and
that.
Shannon, yeah. So yeah, there was a huge debate because two towels got stolen, and we're not sure who picked them up and walked off with them. But the fact is, we were 2 towels short. And had to pay $50. So at this point, I'm like, okay, some from the beach store, $10 each. I'll just pick my own towels.
If you have any like beach towels you don't care about and you've got the room, put them in there, because you would rather risk losing a towel you don't care about than risk having to pay $25.
Well, for some people, it might be not a big deal. But again, that's just something you might want to carry with you. I like having an extra towel in the cabin. Besides that, people talk about clothes all the time, and it really depends on the cruise, the type of cruise ship you're on. People tend to dress a little bit more for, like, say, Alaska or celebrity cruises or princesses. They actually get dressed for dinner. On Carnival and some Royal Caribbean, you're going to find more casual. Yeah. No, you cannot wear a bathing suit into Windjammers. You cannot wear a bathing suit into the main dining room. You can wear long khaki shorts.
You can wear shorts and a t-shirt into the main dining room.
Yeah, t-shirts. Yeah, you can. I would try to make it a presentable one and not somebody with their nude butt hanging off the front of your t-shirt. You know, be a little discriminatory of what t-shirt you're going to wear. Especially the first night, though. Some people haven't even gotten their luggage. In general, they might have. But they're really relaxed on the first night because they realize you may not have clothes to change into. After that, there is a formal night. Do people dress up formal? Royal Caribbean, even on their short cruises, had stopped calling it formal night.
Oh, they call it dress your best or something.
Yeah, dress your best. So
it was more of an invitation if you wanted to dress up, but you didn't have to, and it was more so because people would feel really pressured to bring a suit and tie and like a really fancy dress, and it was more those things like you can wear a nice shirt and pants in there and you'd be okay.
You can get away with a button-up polo or...
You can get away with shorts and a button-up or something like that.
I don't know if for fancy night we wear shorts, but you know...
Like khakis, you know,
exactly.
like nicer stuff.
Yeah.
But...
I throw a little very thin skirt in my bag, and pull it out and interchange it with a couple shirts. This is a cruise. Wear what you want. If you want to dress up, fine. If you don't,
if you don't want to
then
go
fine.
if you don't want to go to formal night, just go to Windjammer. It's
yeah.
Don't
Sometimes
feel
it's the
pressure.
same food.
Oh yeah, no, my grandmother and I figured out a hack. We would every time we would go down, check the menu, see if it was something we wanted to go to, sit down, have a 3-course meal. Usually not. It would really depend on how we were feeling and all of that, what the day was like. But then we would go up and go check the Windjammer later that night if we decided we wanted to go eat there. They had the same food most of the time.
Yeah.
I mean, they didn't have like a lot of like the full steaks and everything, but they usually had the same soup. They usually had the same appetizers. They sometimes they had the same kind of main courses. Like, you just had to look in the Windjammer for it, but they had it.
Right, and they're not really picky in the Windjammer. Just no bathing suits.
Yeah, no bathing suits, and you can even get away with flip-flops in there. In the main dining room, they prefer no flip-flops.
Unless you've broken your toe because somebody ran over it. Sorry, that was a previous podcast you need to watch.
Yeah.
Anyway, you break your toe, you wear
If you
flip-flops
have
in the main dining room.
excuses, yeah, but
And they never said anything to me. It's not like somebody said something. So, yeah, I mean, just like I said, pack what you want to wear. If you're a person who's going to be in a bathing suit every day, yeah, you might want to take a couple so that one can be drying in your cabin. No, they do not like you to throw them out onto the...
Don't put it on the balcony.
They don't let you put them on the balcony.
It'll blow away and you'll lose it forever.
There's a couple of reasons why. It used to be because they let people smoke off the balcony, and what would happen was the cigarette ashes from one balcony would blow into the clothes that were laying on the other balcony, and they would start fires. So they stopped both of those. You can't smoke on the balconies, and you can't hang clothes out on the balconies. And with the Royal Caribbean ship we're going to be on, if we had our balcony door open, like one night we used it for a breeze.
Yeah.
They turn off, the AC automatically turns off if
cool.
your balcony door. I don't know how cool that is, but
Well, I mean, if you want like just fresh air,
yeah,
that's
exactly.
cool.
But you don't get AC, so it's one or the other. But just wear what you want and be comfortable. It's a vacation.
Have fun.
Some people overstress this. They really do, and you can see how anal I am. And
No, have fun. Wear what you want to wear. I mean, as long as it's like appropriate. Because do remember, based on which ship you're going on, there will probably be children. There will probably be younger people. There will probably be older people. Just be cautious. Don't wear anything too inappropriate because you might offend somebody. But
they're also international ships, and some of them have different wardrobe selections, and you might
true.
Traditionally see in a country
that's
club.
true. They're
So
just watch out on the decks if you get offended by showy clothes. Don't.
You will see on a Caribbean ship. You will see
Speedos.
thongs.
You will see Speedos and very, very tight bikinis.
Yeah, thongs. Yeah, I've seen them. Anyway, so be ready if that you find that offensive. Just keep an open mind and turn your head, and put barriers on your kids' eyes. So, actually, I think one of the worst places we ever went when you were going was Key West when it was a Disney cruise.
I was thinking of the when I was on the ship with a friend, the free carnival that we went on.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
They have the hairy chest contest in our ship.
It was
Santa
around
Claus.
Christmas. It was around Christmas.
Okay, we're off with packing tips. We'll tell another story. All right, so that's about it that we have for packing right now. I'm going to try to put together a really neat packing list that people could download from us. I think that would be a lot of fun, and we'll have to work on that because we pack completely differently for Alaska than we did for the Caribbean.
Alaska, if you're going to Alaska or
Buy a big suitcase.
Buy a big suitcase and
clothes
make sure you have rain gear. It wouldn't stop raining or misting.
Yeah, I don't think we saw the sun for like 6 days. But it was a fun trip.
It was nice. Even in the May, it was a little chilly.
Yeah, we saw.
I got to touch a glacier.
Yeah, we saw a moose swimming across the water.
We saw seals. We saw moose. We saw bears.
Yeah, it was fun. Okay, but again, packing's completely different for that than the others, so
Yes.
we'll try to put together a couple different lists for you. So I hope this was helpful. Definitely different from my past one. Try to watch my past one if you want. Like I said,
some of the stuff is still relevant. You might find.
yeah.
Stuff
Oh, 2 seconds. What not to pack? All right. You cannot bring irons. You cannot bring your own coffee maker.
Lighters.
You cannot bring lighters.
Knives,
well, no, they can
weapons.
bring lighters because some people smoke on the deck.
Okay, well, no, like
no real
like,
candles.
Yeah, no candles, no like big lighters, but like the little tiny ones are fine.
No
electrical cords.
Yeah, they don't like fire. So anything that they think could cause a fire is like their biggest fear.
Yeah.
They will allow hair straighteners. And I did watch a tip the other day where somebody was ironing their clothes with their hair straightener.
You know what? I've seen that before.
Now I take
Wrinkle release.
I take wrinkle release in a small bottle and I spray it on the clothes when I first hang them up, and that tends to work pretty well. So yeah, that was one of the
You could
things
also
I
straighten
forgot.
with the hair. I've seen that happen, and it works.
I had one woman who said she literally would take like one or two things of clothes to the sauna, and she would go into the sauna and
That's
sit in
smart.
there because she had a
That's
spa
smart.
pass, and she would
what?
sit there and get the wrinkles out
You know
in the
what?
sauna.
Whatever works.
Okay.
What other things you can't bring?
Yeah, I mean anything that looks like weaponry,
Yeah, no
obvious
knives,
stuff.
no
This is not
guns.
like flying though. You can bring over so many ounces of liquid.
You can bring like bottles of shampoo. You can bring conditioner. You can bring all that. It's not like flying. When you go through security, you don't have to take your shoes off.
Yeah. They do not allow hard alcohol on any ship that, well, I don't know. Maybe Disney, because they used to bring the little bottle
Oh
things
my
on Disney,
gosh.
and they didn't care.
It's Disney.
Yeah, it's Disney, but you pay extra for that. But just yeah, they don't allow you to take like rum or tequila or anything like that. You get your 2 bottles of wine. You are allowed to bring a 12-pack of soda
Yes.
per cabin, or 12-pack of water for Sienna because she needs the extra electrolytes. We usually get her like G2
or Gatorade or
a 12-pack.
Powerade or something
Yeah,
like
a
that.
12-pack of that. So they will allow you to bring on drinks. And a lot of times they're good with you bringing on food. If you have a special diet, a special breakfast bar, anything.
Nut packs.
Yeah, you can bring on that kind of stuff. They don't mind.
Little snack packs. Just don't bring any like giant bags. But if you have like snack
Don't bring
track-
fruit into
Yeah.
the U.S. There's like a $5,000 stupid fine if you bring a banana in. I mean, you can't bring a fruit through customs
you
into the U.S.
It's really hard to get the food from the buffet off the ship. Just don't try it. I mean, that's not true. We used to do it where they would have those little things of cereal, the little boxes, and we would bring them and just feed them to the fish because the fish.
Yeah,
really
when we were
liked them.
snorkeling and we put we crush it up like the cereal that you got from breakfast that morning.
They
We would
stopped
crush it
doing
up.
that.
Yeah, I noticed that.
They stopped doing that because stuff like that would happen.
And then we would put a little hole in it, and all the little fishies would come, and
They like Fruit Loops.
They do. They'll eat anything.
They like Fruit Loops. They like Cheerios.
So yeah. All right, we should probably
We're
get
getting
off
off
of here.
topic.
Yeah, I think we're hitting 30 minutes now, so I think we're done. I don't think they should let us pack anymore. Like I said, we'll try to have a link in this show somewhere where you can download a list of packing
Check in the
tips.
description.
Yeah, we'll get something together. So hope this helps. Have a wonderful cruise.
Bye.
Bye.